Hola gente, ¿cómo andan? Bienvenidos al capítulo 24 de Palos. Nos habíamos quedado en este pueblo. Tenemos que hablar con
This is
Makoru.
my shop, Rog's Rarities. Please look around, and if you have any questions, do let me know. Here for a deal.
Tenemos que seguir
Oh,
hablando.
King's March. It's what we Calgurans call this little port town of ours, and also the region round it.
And what petty little man calls himself your lord?
All this has been authorised by the king, and we certainly pay enough taxes that we can never forget that. But we're quite far from home. We're mostly left to our own devices. Oh, except for the king's hand. He spends a season here each year to make sure we're on the up and up.
El rey.
There is no greater concentration of loyal followers of the king than here in King's March. Know what I mean, friend?
I like you. You're funny, friend.
Los Calgur.
What is it you want to know about us?
I don't know. I don't do small talk.
Fair enough, I'm terrible at it too. Well, most Calgurans here on Rayclast are in various guilds. I'm in the Meridian Free Traders, the trade guild that owns the charter for King's March. You can't beat our logistics. Danik is in the Artificers Guild these days. Tujan's a freelance harbour master, but he stays close. You've got to keep the family together, you know. The wife's the only one still carrying on our grand quest. I sure do miss her, but she always comes back soon enough. On an unrelated note, the King's Hand is due to return to Calgur any day now. Take care if you see him around.
Tienda.
This shop is my pride and joy. I've been dreaming of running my own place since my younger days, even though that was impossible back home.
What drove you away, fat one?
There are a limited number of merchant licenses, all owned by wealthy families. New licenses only come up every few years, but I could never afford one back in Calgur. I've fallen on better times here in Rayclast, you might say. So here I am. I was never one for grand quests, always preferred sorting logistics from the back, but I'm glad I'm here. I'd never have had my children, or built all this. The wife says I'm the real hero because I have a business and support my family. She might just be buttering me up, but I still take it to heart. The grand quest that brought me here? Oh no, that's a long story. I couldn't possibly.
Historia
All
larga.
right then, if you insist, I'll tell the tale. 2 decades ago, our glorious leader, Danig, led us on an expedition across stormy and dangerous oceans to look for an artifact called the Triskelion Flame.
Ah, el Triskel.
Our search took us to the forsaken continent of Rayclast, a land filled with horrible monsters and raving mad exiles.
And me.
But we excavated many ancient sites, uncovering some of the lost history of our people's short residence here. Long ago, Calgurans tried to settle on Rayclast, and, it did not go well. In the end, they did not survive, and they lost the Triskelion Flame. We've been looking for it for over 20 years now, and to be honest, we've gotten a bit sidetracked, but my wife refuses to give up on the dream.
La esposa.
Oh, my Gwenna never did feel quite comfortable here. She spends much of her time off continuing our adventure. Doesn't have anything to do with the King's Hand being in town this year.
Okay. Sure thing.
What are you
Que
interested
vende
in?
este. Claro, vende.
Done.
Sigamos.
Do come again.
Hello. Lord Danik.
Just Danik, if you will. I'm no knight. Far from it.
Right. I must inquire. On our adventures, I learned a thing or two about a man named Aldur.
Oh, you have you? Aldur was very important to our history and people, but not really a figure known at all here on Rayclast. How curious you should learn of him.
Did he really invent runesmithing as we know it?
He certainly did. There is no doubt that we owe everything to him and the original Rune Fathers. Without them, we wouldn't be where we are today.
And I suppose this would have all happened in the considerable past.
Of course. Aldur existed long before Ezamites even breathed their first breath.
That's astonishing.
Oh no. Now there's 2 of you.
Learning sobre mi
In a further tome I've studied, it mentioned Aldur's death and how it deeply affected Midgard.
It threw our people into disarray. Brothers in arms became brothers at war. It was a pitiful time.
And the remaining Runefathers sought to fix that.
Correct. It's a tale that warms the hearts of all Calgorans.
One other thing. This tome seemed to imply that Verisium wasn't as abundant as the Runefathers had thought.
They stripped the land of all the Verisium they could find. And that led to some other unfavorable...
That's awfully vague.
Learning sobre el
The
Triskel
third tome I found mentions an ultimate design. The Triskelion Flame.
de llamas.
That, Pharaoh, is the very reason we are even here at all.
I couldn't quite understand. Is the Triskelion a tool for good or evil?
Most importantly, it was a tool for hope. A symbol of Aldur's gift to our people. But it reminds me of a saying my forebears passed down. The will of the inscriber may bear love in his heart, but the will of the user may tear us apart. Though the Triskelion Flame brought our countrymen together in our time of need, there are those who believe it may have been used for ill thereafter.
What? How shocking. That never happens.
Care to see what we can smith? Not today.
A witch in
Tell me,
King's
Dad,
March.
Marca
how
Rey.
was
Never
the
a good
Triskelion
omen.
used for
Dark
ill?
times ahead, I take is it. a complex
If I have my
object.
way, then
There is
yes.
a crossover between No, its science
planning to bring
and a
doom
deeper
and death to us
intrinsic
all, are you?
capacity to
Just
compel
another day
the
in
world
Rayclast.
around it,
I
with its
suppose I do need to
alternating runic
save the world
combinations.
before I conquer it.
I
not
thought
sure I
so.
follow.
Let me know when you
It is
begin your
difficult to say
evil
for sure.
crusade,
All I
and perhaps
know
I'll
It's a
get up
date.
what's capable of bringing beautiful times of peace. Go make some legends.
Como que se mezcló el audio con
Welcome.
Marca del
This
Rey.
little jewel on the sea might have been granted an official charter by the king.
I
but it's
suppose there's really nothing to criticize.
To be fair, we did have local help. The king commissioned this port for trade after we'd been operating it as an outpost for many years. We ourselves would like to investigate the remnants of very interested in...
Ominous. Any idea why?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Expedición.
King's March is actually our second attempt at settling on Rayclast. Our first expedition, thousands of years back, was...
Typical Rayclast. What happened?
That's why we came here 20 years ago, to find out. We also sought the artifact of power our forebears brought with them to Rayclast. It has become my life's work, the search. The most powerful artifact in our known tales was brought to this continent by the first expedition.
I'm intrigued. That
My thoughts exactly. I still intend to get out there.
let the
I just-
Como que me
weaklings
cuenta más o menos lo mismo
administrate.
que
Stop
cuando hablé con
wasting
Farro.
time.
One day there will be a glorious return.
Triskel de llamas.
One day we Grand Four will finish our... The runes on our armor essentially capture and shape starlight.
Esto es cosa que ya
Always
sabemos, ¿no?
All that and
La
more.
verdad. Y gema
We've
de
had
virtud.
20 years on Rayclast, and those gems you use continue to perplex me. Clearly, they grant you...
What, really? I can't believe I'm saying this.
Believe me, I've tried. We have our own methods of mystical power, to be fair, but your gems remain an enigma. Somehow, I suspect the power is actually inside you, and these virtue gems are just... What can I do
Este que
for
vende.
you?
Vamos a hablar con Makoru.
What's your step, eh?
Kanu.
Slip overboard and you're on your own. I'm Kanu, first mate of the Aurora May. If you're looking for a ship, best speak to the boss, Makoru. And mind your manners while you're at it.
Young Kanu. Confidence or arrogance? Which is it? We may get along, depending on which you choose.
Let's wait and see. I have a way of growing on people, or so I'm told.
Tribu de Tesalia.
My family wasn't always from these parts, you know? We came out here a few generations. I was always out exploring the waters and fishing, even as a young boy. That's just in my blood. My family's tribe, the Tassalio tribe, they value being on the water above all. But the young
Tassalio.
ones were never allowed to go very far. I used to drive my parents nuts. I looked out across the water and oh boy, I wanted to keep going. But I never went too far. I couldn't leave my family behind. Where they are, that's my home.
It's just an illusion, this home people keep talking about.
Well, hey, here I am. And I'm thankful the boss showed me that I can make a new life for myself. One that I choose.
Bien.
Bye then.
Makoru.
Welcome aboard. I'm Makoru, captain of the Aurora May.
So this charter here means you have to do what I say, right?
Not exactly, but we're happy to oblige what we can. We can take you wherever you need, places other captains would never dream of going. Your business is your business. Now, we can set sail whenever you like.
Que puedo ir a cualquier lado. Nivel 46. Nivel 52. ¿Qué nivel soy? Bah, no puedo ver de acá.
For generations, the Isle of Shrikes was used for a coming-of-age trial for several tribes. Young Karui tried to sneak onto the rocks, climb the cliffs and take the eggs of the shrikes that nest there. The eggs are a valuable delicacy that many Karui would pay through the nose for. In recent years, though, the trial became far more deadly. The things that nest there, they are vile things.
Squawkers all around, I take it?
It's not really the type of island outsiders should be trespassing on. But let's do it anyway.
¿Puedo ir acá?
Stop!
Ah, sí. Vamos a ver qué hay ahí, no sé.
This is as close as we can get.
La isla de los Alcaudones.
Talamoana. I'm a freshly minted captain, but not new to these waters. I joined the trade guild as a deckhand after I ran away from home. I then worked my way up. I finally took the captain's challenge not too long ago. And now, I'm the first...
Well, what a go.
Thank you. But my story is only... Now I've just got to get out there and make a name for myself. I've put a lot on the line to get to where I am. Who knows? Maybe we'll achieve great things together. They don't talk very much about their homeland, and well, I'm definitely not.
Is it
allowed.
because you're not one of them?
Nah, it's nothing like that. It's just part of their culture. First, someone has to immortalize my family's triumphs into an epic poem. Then, it must be told at their royal court before their king. This sort of custom is not too different from Karui oral traditions, but it's a tricky situation for me. I am no longer part of my tribe, so I have no family to immortalize in song. I don't know what to make of the Kalguran king. I've only heard whispers.
Oh, I do love some juicy gossip now.
Well, they say he's a bit obsessed with Val artifacts. But
Artefactos
something
Val.
tells me this is quite a concern for the Kalgurans.
El
I've noticed
artefacto lo va a
certain types
tener
of Val
el rey, ¿no?
devices seem to up
Ese
and
artefacto que
disappear
buscamos.
before being loaded onto ships headed for Kalgur.
His own people are undermining his goals.
If you mention this, they will deny it. Just like they did when and just like I will deny ever telling.
La tradición.
My people's traditions have remained the same for thousands of years. Until my generation. When I was just a young girl, Tukohama, the Karui god of war, was slain by a mortal. That turned my world upside down. Our own ancestor, killed by a mortal. I'm looking for my own way now. One that doesn't rely on gods or old. I thought I might find my path in trade and commerce. So here I am, sailing for the Kalgurans. Other Karui like me have spread out across Rayclass in search of meaning. They think that we have rejected the way, that we dishonor our families.
One can guess what that means.
Yes, one can. Now, when I was a young girl, I visited the halls of the dead. My ancestors told me that the way was meant to empower us, not to control us. So who am I dishonoring by seeking my truth? It's a debate that I'm tired of having. But either way, it has separated me from my family, and I must live with that. I became a captain against the wishes of the Trade Guild Council. To lead a Kalguran ship, you must pass a test. I was given a makeshift crew and tasked with sailing a course in a certain amount of time. At the most dangerous point of the course, between two shallow reefs on a moonless night, our cargo of refined verisium caught fire. It was set to explode at any moment.
Gripping. Go on.
I was faced with a choice. Abandon ship or order some of the crew into the lethal smoke to put out the fire. At the cost of their own lives, no less. They say it's a rather horrible death, gasping for breath with burning lungs that no longer work. So I chose to put out the fire myself. That's just how I was raised.
Are you dead?
Well, luckily for me, it was all fake. It was the main part of the test. The truth of it is, the candidate passes or fails depending on the votes of the crew aboard. I earned their loyalty by my choice, and many of them still follow me to this day here on this ship. The council does not aid me in any way, but they also leave me to it. It's the best situation for now, until I show some true profit. Talakura!
Vamos a ver.
How can I help?
No, vamos a ver este lugar.
Land ahoy.
Basta de
We've
palabrerío,
arrived.
por Dios.
I left Nakanu before I was even old enough to run the Isle of Shrikes. Because of that, in the eyes of the Kadui, I'm not a man. I didn't pass the test.
Hay un difícil acá, azote de los cielos. Aquí encontramos.
You are not yet a warrior, but soon you will be. Climb these cliffs and collect one Shrike egg. If you feel you cannot go on, turn back. You can always try again next season. We seek to build wisdom and strength, not to destroy you. A corpse does your tribe no good. No matter what you choose to do, return with a grand tale of what you faced. Tabakai, chieftain of the Tukuhama tribe.
Ok. Me quedo con esto ahí.
Weakness! I destroy beauty! Need more time!
Jueguitos. Pues esto no es. Ah, viene por acá. Ok, hay un pasadizo acá. Se ve. Hombres pájaro, ¿no? Tanto esquema de habilidades. Estoy teniendo suerte con eso. Ahora sí voy a poder poner esto ahí. Orbe de joyero menor. Munición. Mucho recoveco acá. Por donde salen los enemigos. Vamos en el mapa. Una piedra de habilidad. Pero ahora.
Whatever that shrine is, it's not Kari.
Esto. Santuario de búsqueda.
The Kari are brave to hunt here, I'll give them that.
¿Qué hay por acá? Ah, es que me da como una... Tienes rareza de objetos. Está, me da un bufo. No me di cuenta de eso. Ah, idiota. A ver. Tenía la gema. Mira, puedo mejorar esto. Mejor la bomba, creo.
my power to wield.
Que volví a esta parte, a ver el mapa. Me falta ahí esta partecita. Tiene que haber un boss por acá. Quedaron ocupados de la energía esa. ¿Dónde estará el difícil, che? Es como que da ni la vuelta. ¿Ni la vuelta o no sé? Acá está. Vamos. Mata el sorteo de los cielos. Lindo pájaro. Veamos la Biblia. Me hace mal el hielo y el fuego. Así que le mandamos daño elemental. Porque no son el sur hoy. Qué buena bomba.
What exquisite flesh! I need more time.
No, what the fuck?
My, aren't you a sight?
Cuidado con ese vómito que tira. Complicado eso. El tema es que no me agarré el aleteo ese. Y esto. Eso es lo que me mató antes. Qué bicho de mierda.
Fever! How delightfully grotesque.
Pero con esta mierda. había estuneado con el bicho este. Me agarró la aleteo, me agarró el vómito, todo. Pareció fácil, Bien, 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 bien. Muere, muere.
What a
Se murió, pero quedó el
glorious
bicho este de mierda.
I'll treasure the memory.
Está puchado, parece. Túnica.
No.
This piece of the weapon, it has writing on it.
Tiene algo
The
aquí.
first example of precursor writing I've ever seen.
I recognize some of these symbols.
What? How?
When I was very young, but a boy and still mortal. Such a faded memory. I was in her lap, and symbols like these decorated a vivid book. I can almost hear her saying the words.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
I'm not sure. I have to think on it.
Then we must find the other pieces. We need more information.
Now, we must find the others. Make haste.
Ok, es como que en cada isla va a haber algún pedazo de artefacto.
We've arrived.
Ahoy!
El arma.
So what is this thing you found? Seems only fair to ask, since we're doing all the hard work sailing you
Don't
around.
you worry your pretty little head about that.
She called me pretty! Did you guys hear that?
Not what I meant.
All good.
Good day.
A ver qué nos dice.
What's that you have there?
One piece of a map. Don't know where the other pieces are, but this one has a rune thing on it.
How interesting.
I'll hold on to this for now. Be sure to bring further pieces my way, should you find any. Here's the gear I've got. No harm. Farewell.
Quickly. The more I consider it, the more I believe I've seen a depiction of the weapon. Especially now that I can study the piece in Doriani's possession.
A depiction? Where? The scraps I know, I learned from incredibly ancient ruins.
Yes. When I consulted the ancient being Calandra, she told me where to find the seed of corruption. She was cryptic and said that it already belonged to me. That it always had. I can still only guess what she meant. In the ruins where the seed was sealed, I saw carvings on the wall. It was a message, left for anyone who might follow in the eons to come. A series of giant murals. The first was broken, but the second depicted the creation of the seed. The third mural portrayed the seed's destruction. At the time, I thought it was a warning. Now I see the weapon was depicted quite literally, being driven into the seed. It might not have been a warning. It might have been instructions.
This confirms my hypothesis. The weapon is the key to destroying the beast. We must find and reassemble it, no matter the cost.
Leave it to me.
It is curious that the weapon was broken into pieces and dispersed here.
From what I have seen, I don't believe the weapon was broken apart. I have only ever seen it portrayed in pieces. The third mural, the one, it is my belief that the creator...
Ooh, that sounds ominous.
It's impossible to know for certain. They were wiped out thousands of years before my... Do you?
I was too young to remember much. I was among the Ismeri when it happened. But they did tell stories. I recall tales of a great fire.
You were alive for that? The historical record, it's always been conjecture.
I remember fear. I remember that the Ismeri had chosen their homes. They were separatists. They rejected technology. And in the end, they... Go.
Lorandis, el misionario.
Friend, I have urgent news for you. Time is short and the unmaking of the world is nigh. Please, listen to what I have to say.
Oh no. What are you selling?
I am pleased to meet you. I am Lorandis, a missionary of the Twilight Order. But I am here to warn you. The end of days approaches. You have faced it, have you not? I can see it in your eyes. You have
Haven't we all? What of it?
They seek to conquer us, to rule us. We must... Do you hear that, Calgurans? Here is one who will join us in the fight. We will save this world together!
Great. Now he's yelling nonsense at the Calgurans.
Utopia is a dream, but Rayclast is a nightmare. Let us choose which we live in, yes? Utopia is not possible while wickedness in the hearts of men can be rewarded so extravagantly. Our Savior will bring about that utopia, and in it, you shall be free. We all shall be free! There will be none to rule you, none to tell you how...
Do you see anyone pulling my...
Please understand, it will be a glorious thing to behold. The struggle for freedom from tyranny will... Our Savior is a mere mortal, like you or I, only the Savior is being raised free from the corruption of wickedness. This is the key to us. If you wish to know more, you should visit our enclave on Erastus. It is not too far from... As we speak, the Karui flock to our island, eager to join the cause and save Rayclast.
Sounds like torture. We shall see.
You will not regret your visit. There, you'll have the chance to pledge to the Twilight Order. We are an order of true believers, dedicated to the salvation of... To that end, we have given everything, and will continue to give of ourselves until Rayclast is saved.
Sounds too good to be true. Probably is.
Friend, we are on the same side. Surely you will pledge yourself.
How do you measure success?
No more pain, no more suffering, no more a fresh start. A time we can be... Rayclast is beleaguered by the most detestable of creations. Creations that manipulate. Their time must come to an end.
Of course, you're talking about divinity.
The gods must never come back. And divinity must forever return to its dormants. Our Savior is almost ready. He will read a world free of divinity, and thus a world free of corruption.
Evangelists hard at work. I must say I'm not compelled.
Utopia will not remember these gods. They will have no name there. They will never be. Praise be in Utopia's name. Praise be. Now, are you ready to take them? You are interested, yes? I knew it. Visit Erastus when you are sure.
Viajar a Erastus. Bueno, no dije que me interesaba. Quería...
We do not despise
que viajar ahí para ver qué onda.
We merely consider them lucky fools. In their faraway land, they have no concept of the problems we face here, so they do not take our struggle seriously.
No gods, no corruption. What do they do for fun?
Calgurans are not like us. They stand apart. Their souls are clean. No divinity, no corruption. Rayclast has gods capable of horrors beyond comprehension, yet their sole fear looms largest. Their aging tyrant king. Absurd.
Absurd is the word. What is their king trying to do, anyway?
The Calguran king seeks Vaal artifacts. I know not why, but the reason must be sought. The Vaal destroyed themselves. We will not make the same mistake. For the Savior!
Tengo que vender cosas.
Welcome. Here for a deal? Business has been on the rise ever since he took up residence outside my shop. People duck in here to seek refuge from him, and I make a sale while they hide. It's a win for everybody. Here's what I've got. I think I can find a buyer for that.
Explorar las islas. A ver, gente. Vamos a ver si puedo explorar otra isla más. O directamente ya dejarlo porque... A ver qué hay acá. No, nada. Lo que pasa que, bueno, mucho texto, mucha historia. Y lleva rato eso.
Yes? Are you telling me there may be another? You should have told me sooner. If this weapon can truly save us all, we'll do whatever it
takes. As you should. But don't worry. I've got it handled.
I won't fail. Maybe this is my chance. Where to?
¿Esto cuánto era? 46. Estos son 53, 47. Podrían ir como en orden también. La prisión abandonada. Creo que voy a ir a la marca del rey. ¿Por qué? No, la prisión abandonada. Me quedo ahí. Y ya en el próximo capítulo.
We've arrived.
In the King's March Tavern, sailors whisper about clanking and roaring coming from that prison. Those abandoned long... What's good?
Good day.
Ah, I wanna know, eh?
Nice spot for a prison. Not so great if you want to escape.
Bueno, gente, creo que me quedo por acá. Espero que les haya gustado el episodio. Bastante entretenido, pero mucha historia, mucho texto. Así que nos vemos en la próxima. Chao.